Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had so many questions. How do we record an episode? Where do we find background music? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? And where do we find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Anchor makes it simple to get up and running. You can upload and schedule your podcast ahead of time. It publishes to all the major podcast platforms. You can easily check your stats. I could go on, but instead, why don't you go and get started? Go to anchor.fm/start to join the e-commerce minute and a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
It's the E-commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's E-commerce Minute, episode 311.
In today's episode, Lolli lets you earn Bitcoin while shopping online.
Lolli is a startup that wants you to earn Bitcoin as you shop. Founder Alex Adelman is hoping to speed up Bitcoin's adoption process, so he devised a way to make cryptocurrencies available to people who may have otherwise not given it much thought. Lolli's mission: put cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin into the hands of consumers, risk-free. Lolli offers a browser extension for Chrome and Safari that so far pairs with more than 600 retailers like Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Lucky Brand, Home Depot, Hotels.com, Jet.com, SeatGeek, Walmart, Best Buy, and ClassPass, and more. Any purchase made with the partners will score you as much as 30% of the item's cost back in Bitcoin. Customers can store their Bitcoin in Lolli's virtual wallet without having to add their bank account information. Adelman's previous e-commerce startup, Cosmic, which he later sold to Pop Sugar, gave him the retail connections he needed. Lolli's business model depends on retailers offering a commission for each shopper they drive to the site. Then Lolli returns part of the commission to the shopper in the form of Bitcoin. Adelman told Business Insider, "Buying Bitcoin or making any first investment is inherently risky. It's important to make it easy. We're trying to take away all the risks of buying into Bitcoin. People are making a completely passive investment by us negotiating deals with online retailers and working off our partnerships. Roughly 60% of Americans have heard of Bitcoin, but only 5% hold the digital currency, according to a recent survey by the Global Blockchain Council and SurveyMonkey." Lolli coins.
Lolli coins.
Lolli coin.
All right, so it's
Let's
not a bad
unpack
idea.
this.
Let's
Let's
unpack
unpack this.
Okay, so Ebates has been around forever, and I actually use them, and it actually gives you a pretty decent amount of money back. I get the Bitcoin kind of play because it will go up and down and things like that. I don't know if normal people will still understand it.
It's true. I installed the thing, and it actually worked with a couple places that I was shopping, and I earned like 0.11. I think it's going to be for most people a novelty. I think I mean, I don't wish any bad things on these guys, but I think it's going to be something that people just might forget about, because how long is it going to take you to earn actual cash off of this?
Well, they're giving you the Bitcoin side of it, right? So I just went to Macy's, and Macy's has 3.5% Bitcoin back. So whatever that comes out to. Ebates has a 20% cash back, so you can probably style. And then I have actually American Airlines has their own thing where you can get miles, which you can get all of them, which is kind of
they're I've heard of Ebates. I've never used them. Is that a browser plugin, or do you have
Yep, same thing. It works exact same way. You get the way they all work is just referral programs, right?
It's all affiliate referral.
Yeah, it's all affiliate. So you can get cash back from any one of them after activating it. It basically goes through a process, and then it's just puts a.
So do you have to enter when you sign up on Ebates? I don't want to get on a tangent, but if you sign up on Ebates, do you have to enter in bank information, or to just do it? You can do it whatever card you're using.
None. It's basically you can hook it up to your PayPal, and they just give you cash back every month.
Gotcha. So there's another one out there. I use Honey. Honey just works on coupon codes. That's pretty good. Yeah. So this is kind of a different spin on it. There, again, anything that gamifies an ordinary process, I'm all for. I would, I'm going to keep this thing installed and see if I make any any Bitcoinage out of this. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Because we talk about, the reason this story bubbled up is because Bitcoin is hot and it's Bitcoin plus e-commerce. Why not talk about it? But
sure.
Talk about the Bitcoin volatility. And every day I read, one pundit says Bitcoin is a fraud. The other pundit says Bitcoin will go to $100,000. It's like, how do you know? How does anyone know?
It's all speculation.
It's all speculation. It's the new gold rush. Everyone is just out there trying to make
speculation, not backed by anything. And, it's quite, and then there's everybody's like, well, there's two versions of it. Obviously, there's Bitcoin and there's a whole bunch of other cryptocurrency. And there's the actual technology behind it, which is blockchain.
Blockchain. So blockchain is the legit thing. So we have a lot of stories. I have a couple of stories coming up about e-commerce and blockchain, which is a completely different thing. And then you look at all these.
Well, kind of. It's correct you there. Blockchain is the technology. Bitcoin is what is on top of it, or Ethereum, any one of those. Two different things.
Right. That's what I said. So it's the technology, and there's technology-backed processes in e-commerce that we're going to talk about. There's one actually with Walmart that's coming up. But then you have the coins. The coins are completely speculative. So you have Ethereum. Now the rumor this week is Ethereum is going to go to zero. And I see these people playing these Bitcoins, and they're just, there was a guy that took out a loan for $100,000 to buy Bitcoin. It's not going so well for him this year.
Well, last year was good, but this year not so much.
Yeah. So, if you're on the wrong end of the curve, you're really going to get screwed. So, I would never spend any of my hard-earned cash just outright buying Bitcoin. But if there's a way I can gamify it and get it, then, I'll give it a shot. But that's as far as it would go for me. It's too volatile, and, we all work too hard for our money. So, hey, listen, 6 months from now, you'd be like, remember when Suter said Bitcoin was going to go down? It's now like 50 grand a Bitcoin. Well, you know what? That's fine. Because I'm also on the other side when I saw all these clowns, that were buying Bitcoin at $9,000. And now, where is it at? So was it 3,000, 4,000? So
yeah, something like that.
Something like that. All right. So it's called Lolli. If you want to check it out, it's lolli.com. We'll have the link on our website, ecommerceminute.co, with full show notes and previous episodes. Do you have anything else, Bart?
No, that is it, my friend.
All right. Get your lollies here. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe, or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion, or just want to say hi, find us on social media @SumoHeavy.